Hello everybody, PanzerPenguin here, coming to you with a much awaited video on my channel. It has been a while, there's been a good reason for that. But this video is a open recruitment to anyone watching this video who has Steam and has Tabletop Simulator. If you don't have Tabletop Simulator, I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks, pretty cheap to get. You get access to a whole lot of content, including my version of GlobalWar that you are now very familiar with. Um, so open recruitment. What does that mean? I'm looking for new players of any and all skill levels to play this game. Um, Prior to the holidays, we had some games going, but since the holidays, people falling off the wagon, time commitments, and all that. So I will preface this with, um, if you want to play, you need to be able to commit to the day and the hours that you're scheduled to for the long term. Um, and I'll get into that in a minute. But you do need to be able to commit to this game. If you start becoming flippy floppy and can't make it, well, then we're going to have to give your country over to somebody else or let somebody in the game already control it, because we can't just keep waiting if someone keeps not showing up. The game does not get played if you keep having to cancel the sessions and everything. So keep that in mind. I don't want to sound like a dick, but it's very hard to play, and it pisses people off if they've set aside the hours in the day to play this game, and then all of a sudden they're told they're not going to be playing because little Joey over there uh, couldn't commit and couldn't show up. Um, and on that note, if you can't show up for your session for some reason, do not let us know hours beforehand. Let us know days beforehand. That way I can get in communication with everybody and let them know, so people don't show up at the scheduled time and be like, hey, why aren't we playing? That way they can make plans to do other things. This game does take a while to play, so you do need to be able to commit. While today, the day of the recording, is Monday, and we typically try to play on Wednesday, that may not happen for a week or two. And our Saturday group should be able to launch this weekend with no problem. So um, on Wednesday, we like to try and play at 8 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Mountain Time. They are the same time, just different time zones. And we try to play for 2 hours, and that session will be recorded and posted to YouTube. So please be aware of that. If you do not want to be on YouTube, then you'll have to find a different session. But I do need to keep creating content for this channel, preferably gameplay videos, not just going over the rules and things. So since the weekday sessions tend to be shorter, they're much more manageable to process and upload to YouTube. Um, if Wednesday does not work for you, let me know what other days may work for you, but the same time frame would work. Um, if I can't necessarily play, I can also get you in contact with other people who want to play at the same time as you. That way, other groups can happen. My name on Steam is just like you see in the top right corner of the screen. It is PanzerPenguin. My YouTube name is also PanzerPenguin, but on YouTube there is a space between the words. On Steam there is not. Um, and the icon should give away who I am on Steam. If I see you add me on Steam, I will be like, hey, who is this? So please tell me who you are, what days and what times you're interested in playing, and your level of experience. Like I said, I am opening this up to people who have not played this before, because I was in that situation not that long ago either. I do require you to read the rulebook before we play, so you're not completely clueless, and that's all pretty easy to find. You do need to have a microphone, a working microphone, since we use Discord for all our gameplay, because we need to be able to communicate for many reasons. And if you're going to be typing in the chat, it just does not work. So you must have a microphone as well. Once you add me on Steam, I can give you the information for my Discord server that I use for GlobalWar, which does have links to the rules and other tidbits. Um, so yeah. Um, on Saturdays, we play at 1800 UTC, which is the equivalent of 1 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The reason for that is because we do have a contingent of European players who are interested in this game, and that has been the determined time to play in order to allow them to be able to get in on things. On Saturday, we do try for about a 4-hour session. It is not recorded, like I said earlier. But that way, we can go longer. We can cut things a little bit shorter if needed. But having the longer session means we get through more of the game. So it goes theoretically twice as fast as a weekday game. So if that interests you, let me know. If for some reason you don't know your time zone or how your time zone relates to other time zones, there's this great program out there called Google. Please Google your time zone and how it relates to other time zones. It's pretty simple. I assumed it was pretty universal that people knew what their time zone was and how it related to other time zones, but apparently I am misinformed on that. I don't know if it's because I've always played military strategy games and knowing that sort of thing can help. Um, so yes, please be aware of what your time zone is and how it relates to the times we like to play. Pretty reasonable, I think. So add me on Steam, let me know that information, and we can try and get things worked out. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't think of it right now. Clearly on the screen right now, for those who are in the know, you may be like, oh, what are all these oil platforms and things doing on the map? Well, it's a simple little version add-on, um, more of a teaser here in this case, to let you guys contemplate. But again, based on the skill level and what everybody wants to play, you'll probably just end up playing straight up vanilla GlobalWar, but there is the option of adding the railroad, the rails at war or something, and the oil wars, which are both really simple looking, but add a bit more strategy to the game as they make certain regions much more uh, strategically important. So if you're interested, get in contact with me or send me a message on YouTube. Leaving a comment for that information probably isn't the best idea. So either shoot me an email, get in contact with me on Steam. So hopefully I'll be hearing from some of you guys soon. I did come across a couple people during HBG's live stream a week ago. I'm not sure how many of those people saw what I was writing in the chat there. So we'll see who shows up. So open call to players of all skill levels. Must have a mic, must be able to commit. Contact me on Steam. PanzerPenguin signing out.